to work out some decent Aussie cuisine. I don't know, Australian cuisine, Australian food, it seems to be still hanging. It's in the American world, it's in the English world. I want some more, you know, multicultural Aussie cuisine. So I've invented sweet and sour Vegemite. It's regular Vegemite with some pineapple chunks stirred through. What have we learned tonight? Don't knock it till you try it. You know, some things can be a little bit easy too, like sang choy bao. You know sang choy bao? It's like minced vegetables and pork and stuff in a lettuce leaf. I've got new Aussie version, snag choy bao. It's just a barbecued sausage in a lettuce leaf. It's heaps better than that minced up shit that falls out everywhere. The sausage holder. It works, trust me. Yeah, you're laughing now, but you'll all be doing it at the barbie tomorrow. I've come up with a great idea. Fuck off. Why?
So Al, where are we and why are we here?
We are in my hometown, a place called Wollombi, in the arts end of the Hunter Valley, about 2 hours north of Sydney. And we're here because this is where I live.
Out of all the country towns you could have lived though, why Wollombi?
I'm like so many people around here, just ended up here. I used to drive through here on my way up to do shows in Muswellbrook. And I always stop at the pub and have a beer, and I lived in Sydney at the time, and I always liked the idea of having a weekender in the country. Maybe this will be the place, you know. Never thinking, ever, that I would live here permanently.
How long have you been here for now then?
22 years.
The arts end of the Hunter Valley, what arts are around?
Well, when I came here, there wasn't a lot that I thought was going on. But as I got more involved in the community, I realised that there were painters and sculptors and ceramicists, and all the visual arts were represented.
So they were only lacking like a comic?
They were lacking a comedian, that's right. In fact, that's why I came here, because there was a notice up saying needed comedian. In fact, funnily enough, I've been here 22 years and that notice is still up.
You do a lot of community shows here too as well?
Well, that's right, that was the thing, a lot of visual arts, and there'd been a few theatre performances, but maybe 3 over 10 years or something. I came up and joined a mob, and I've always loved theatre. I started in theatre before comedy, and a bunch of us really enjoyed plays and reading plays and being silly on stage, so we formed a theatre company 10 years ago, Valley Artists, and we've been doing shows, 3 shows a year for every year for 10 years.
What productions were they?
We've done Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest, in which I played Lady Bracknell.
So you're looking for more actors as well in the theatre then, obviously?
Women actors we need, a lot of women, because I'm sick of it. But it's very Shakespearean, you know, to have men play the women's roles.
Yeah. You don't feel awkward?
No, it's, you know, it's nice to do a show where you get to wear your ordinary clothes.
So with theatre being your background, how did you fall into comedy?
I ran into Dave Gibson, famous Aussie comedian. One of the early first comedians in Sydney, back in the early 80s. I was at a party, he was a mate of my brother's, and we were at the same party trading jokes, and he said, try the open mic night. That was in 1983, and all these years later I'm still doing it. Yeah, got completely hooked.
Australia has its own culture. We have a thriving, strong culture in this country, and I can prove it for you. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! I rest my case. Now, I didn't go to the Sydney Olympics, but it was at those Olympics, and I watched a bit of it on television, and it was just before the opening ceremony, and I saw the Aussies marching in there. Not the athletes. I saw the audience coming in, and the Aussie men, proudly wearing the Australian national costume. Now, you know what I'm talking about? Thongs, could be. Stubbies, singlet, could be. It's not actually what you wear, it's how you wear it. I'll give you a demonstration. It is, in fact, the belt line. Probably the best known of these is the vertical belt line, looks like this. Now, the idea is to get the belt completely vertical, isn't it? For God's sake, don't try this after the show, right? I'm wearing a stunt stomach for this demonstration. Now, of course, you're older Australian, you're retired Aussie gentleman, be a member of a bowling club, probably an RSL. He wouldn't be seen dead walking around like this. He knows he'd look like an idiot, so he just tucks it away there where no one will notice. There we go. I'll have another Lamington, thanks, Beryl. And of course I shouldn't leave out the one favoured by the younger Australian male. This one's best with a couple of inches of crack showing at the back there. You notice blokes dressed like this never pick their bums. They can't find them. So full of shit, those guys.
Coming up after the break, Alan turns green and builds his own house.
I spent a year in England recently. Living in England, I say living, it was more of a bacterial existence. It's a filthy, London is the most disgusting, broken down, overpopulated, polluted piece of shit city I've ever been. I took up smoking while I was there just to filter the air a bit. It's disgusting, and they're unbelievable, they are so miserable. I spent a year there, right, so I got to experience an English summer. It was a Wednesday. I'm standing in the beer garden of this pub that only opens one day of the year, and I'm drinking a pint of delicious English beer. I love English beer. I turned to this Englishman next to me. I could tell he was English because the sun was out and he had his shirt off. It's like being in the snow without sunglasses. And I turned to him, typical miserable bastard. I turned to him and I said, "Isn't it a beautiful day?" You know what he said? "It won't last." "No, you're right, let's go back inside and practice for when it's shit again." They're just so miserable. But what's interesting, travelling around the UK, is just how many places over there are named after Aussie places. It's amazing. Yeah, Liverpool, Penrith, Brighton. I went to the famous English Brighton beach. We would call it a quarry. I'm not kidding you, grains of sand on this so-called beach. You get sand in your crack on Brighton Beach, you know about
it. I know you're heavily into the environment. Is that what brought you to Wollombi?
No. It's not what brought me to Wollombi, but it certainly helped to focus me on the environment. And it probably actually coincides with when I moved up here, because it was the mid-80s that I really started thinking about the environment and getting active. I cannot tell you why. I've always loved the bush, I suppose, and maybe worried about that, I don't really know. But yeah, it was the mid-80s that I started getting involved, writing letters and joining protests.
Laying in front of bulldozers?
I haven't actually laid in front of a bulldozer, but I've stood in front of one. But I moved, and this was on a sand mining protest near Newcastle. And I tell you, that's pretty scary to get in front of a bulldozer, especially when the bulldozer driver doesn't like ucking greenies, and they know they can't kill you, but they can scare you. And you see a big blade coming at you and bloody waving at you like that. It got so close I had to get out of the way. But the woman who was sort of in charge of the protest, she stayed right on that tree and would not move and stared him down. And she was a woman, but geez, bigger balls than me.
Did they look down on you because of that? They said, "Oh, Alan, come on, you're not really with us."
But no, they didn't, because there were only the two of us in front of the dozer. The others had already scattered because they'd been there before.
The environmentalist figure or form seems to be usually a bum or someone who's unemployed and got nothing better to do than go out and sort of cause disruptions and smoke dope. How many of those things are you involved in?
This has long been a problem, that stereotype, and I've said for many, many years we should always go to protests with neat haircuts, wearing suits to push away that stereotypical image.
So throw everybody off the scent as well that you were protesting, wouldn't it?
It certainly would, yeah.
Could infiltrate a lot further.
You'd be dressed, ready to go to court that day.
That's right, all set up.
Do you think, even though if we dig our heels in and try and do something about the environment, do you think it's too late?
No, I don't think it's too late. I don't. I think we really could move quickly. We have the knowledge, we have the technology, there's no question of that. Again, it's the vested interests who are holding things up. They have the ear of the government. I mean, the coal industry, for example, and we're sitting in Hunter Valley mine country. They have the money to afford to have somebody in Canberra full-time just in the ear of the politicians. The environmental movement doesn't have that kind of money.
Did you say the mine country or wine country?
It used to be wine country here in the Hunter, but no, it's mine country now.
So you're saying there's more coal here than there is grapes?
Absolutely, and they'll put a coal mine in over the top of grapes. No question, it's been going on. Anvil Hill Mine is the most recent. And they just ignored the horse breeders, the wine growers, because this coal has to be dug out of the ground. We need solar panels.
You got solar panels?
I haven't got solar panels for electricity, but I certainly have a solar hot water system, which is about a third of your standard household electricity usage.
You've got the advantage, I suppose, of because you built your own house. Is it very green friendly, your house?
As far as I can get it, absolutely. Recycled timber, pretty well everything's recycled. Windows and doors and stuff I've been collecting for decades finally have gone in. Now I've decided the smart thing to do is to store my building materials in a house. Not inside, but actually the walls and roof and everything. That's definitely the way to go. Otherwise the termites will eat everything.
So I understand how you actually built your own brewery.
We were building, it was going to be a laundry, but no one seemed to want to get stuck into it. And my very, very clever wife said, why don't we call it the brewery? And up it went. Unbelievable. It came out of the ground. It was incredible. There is a sort of some washing machine or something in the corner. I'm not quite sure.
Can we go check the brewery out?
That's a rhetorical question, isn't it?
It is.
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Dick Loggerhead from State Forests of Australia, and have I got a deal for you? We're up to areas in forests and we've got to clear the lot. We've got saw logs, paw logs and more logs. What about fence posts? What about pit props? What about wood chips? They're good for everything the Japanese can think of. That's right, our forests are their forests. How much would you expect to pay? Well, don't answer because there's more. What about threatened species? Buy one for the kids. But you'd better hurry. Now, how much would you expect to pay? Don't answer. In fact, keep your mouths tightly shut because we won't stop till we've cleared the lot. Habitat slashed. Biodiversity sacrificed. Air and water quality out they go. Don't send any money. Your taxes are already subsidising us. So for a deal on forest products that you can't shake a stick at, come and see me, Dick Loggerhead from State Forests of Australia. I'm just up the last gum tree with a bloody big chainsaw and let me cut it down for you.
I invented this. I think it's going to be on sale at Christmas. It's the Velcro sheet and pyjama set. So when you put the kids to bed, they stay in bed. I think that should sell. I don't know why I invented the Velcro sheet and pyjama set, by the way, because I don't have kids. I could have had kids, don't get me wrong. It's not like, I haven't got the equipment. I've got the gear, I know what to do with it, I've read the magazines and the books. It's not very big, but it's not the size of it, it's what you do with it, right, girls? That's modern stand-up. We let it all hang out, and I don't mind telling you, it's only 5 inches. I happen to think that's a pretty reasonable width. It's only an inch long, but I'll give you a bloody good bruise.
Still to come, the funniest joke he never wrote, and we sample Alan's home brew.
I'm reading Mills and Boon. Oh, for goodness sake. What is wrong with that? Okay, I admit they're a little bit boring off the shelf, the Mills and Boon, but I have a rubber stamp I put in the back before I read them. It says, and then he fucked up. What I like to know. And they never tell you in those books, do they? It's always the same sort of ending. It's like, as the sun sank slowly in the west, Geoffrey and I slipped onto the bearskin rug in front of the open, crackling fire. His lips brushed my bare shoulder. My fingers trembled amongst the hairs on his shin. And as the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, somehow secretly, sweetly, silently, I knew that this was it. The end. That's not an ending. And then he fucked her. Now that's... It's always the same, but at least it's happy. I still find books I like. I just finished Lord of the Rings, Elton John's biography. Thick book, big, thick. Goes on and on.
Name a song, Al, that would wrap up your life.
I would have to say The Green Blues. It's a song that me and a mate Larry Hughes wrote, and it's I got the green blues. I've got the green blues so bad because it's a redneck's world. That's what makes me so mad. You can be apathetic, you can do bugger all, or you can come and kick some heads at the pig rooters ball.
What's your favourite form of flora?
I would say the Angophora costata, the smooth-barked apple gum. It's a beautiful tree, very Australian, loads of it around here, and my wife Rosie and I planted one of those trees, a little one that big, 15 years ago when we got married, and it's down in the garden there. It's a beautiful, beautiful tree.
What modern convenience should never have been invented?
Leaf blower. Stupid thing. We already had a perfectly good device for that, a broom. But no, let's burn some more petrol. Let's just blow the leaves. They don't blow into a pile that you can then pick up and put into the compost bin. They just blow onto the neighbour.
What's your preferred work environment?
A smallish room, comedy room, obviously, but smallish, theatre style, nice seats. Close to the audience. No dance floor between you and the audience. Yeah, small room where you can really get in touch with people and make the comedy personal.
The funniest joke you never wrote?
It happened in Wallumbye Tavern, actually, and it's an absolutely dead true story. I'm standing there with a group of blokes and they're just drinking, talking. Mate comes in and they, g'day Darren, how are you mate? Great, he said, great. Have you had the baby? Yes, he said, yep, we've got the baby, little girl. Oh, lovely, what's her name? They said, like a bloke, he goes, I don't know actually, but we'll name her later. And the wife all right? They said, is the wife all right? And he goes, oh yeah, a bit of trouble, long labour, and they had a bit of trouble getting the girl out of out, and they had to give her they had to cut her to. Oh geez, they went, oh that's pretty crook, had to cut her open. Yeah, they just make a little cut, 11 stitches, and this bloke goes, 11? Geez, only takes 9 to sew up a wheat bag.
Well, I thought you were kidding when you said it was in a laundry.
No, the laundry's in the brewery. Well, there's a washing machine in the brewery. This is a brewery, mate. Look, it's all about bottles of beer. And
how long has this one got away for?
This one is ready to be bottled, actually. I'm going to do that this afternoon, mate.
Is that right?
Yep, and then it's going to sit here in the sun like these ones are. Just doing its secondary fermentation.
Right. These ones down here?
They're ready to go. It's only enough for my wife and myself, and a few friends who drop round. I could open a little one for you if you wanted small beer. I suppose you could taste it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it really does give me great pleasure, so I'll probably keep doing it for a minute. Like I'd last a minute.
Are you going to do the honours and open the home brew?
Oh, it would be my very great pleasure. Hope it goes. It did.
So how many weeks has this been laying around?
Oh, this one's been in the bottle for about 6 weeks. Look at that. Is that beer or what?
That's a good head out. Cheers.
Looks like beer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
See what it tastes like.
Cheers, Al.
Good health.
No worries.
Cheers.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for coming up to see me.
That's not bad.
Same brewy.
How many of these would it take to get you blind?
Just 2 sips. You didn't have your second.
I'm there.
The Beatles, instead of being from Liverpool, England in the 60s, come from Liverpool, Sydney in the 60s. Instead of being John, Paul, George and Ringo, they would have been Wayne, Shane, Warren and Tomo. Instead of having a song that goes, it's been a hard day's night and we're working like a dog, they would have a song that goes, I had a big night last night. It's going to be hard going to work today. I need the hair of a dog.
So anyway, I was just slightly hungover and I saw this notice, healing by music, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go. A little sceptical. Anyway, I walked in, I introduced myself to her, the lady. She takes me into the front room, lies me on a sort of daybed thing, and over here, this side of the room, she's got a baby grand piano. And she sits down and just plays her own compositions for about 20 minutes. Now, as I said, when I walked in, a little bit sceptical, but I've got to tell you, the minute she stopped playing, I felt better.
It's got a funny taste to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that. But yeah, no, is this a good one or?
I don't drink it myself, I have to say.
I got the green blues, I got the green blues so bad. 'Cause it's a redneck's world, that's what makes me so sad. Well, you can be apathetic, you can do bugger all, or you can come and kick some heads at the pig rooters ball.